Are you ready to ace your PMP exam and become certified in project management? Let's get started with today's video. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alvin, and I'm a project manager who recently passed my own PMP exam above target in all domains. And on this channel, I'm here to share my weekly practice questions and exam strategies to help you become certified in project management. So make sure you subscribe to my channel and smash that like button so you don't miss out on any of my future upcoming videos. Also, don't forget to enroll in my free 5-day Master Your PMP Exam Bootcamp course, where we'll be going over the fundamentals of how to pass your PMP exam the right way, how to answer every single question correctly on the day of your exam, and how to master the fundamental basics of Agile 101. So if you want to get started on your PMP exam journey the right way, and if you want to learn from someone who recently passed the PMP exam above target in all domains, make sure you sign up for my free course over at alvinthepm.com/bootcamp. So let's move on and let's begin our practice quiz for this week. Let's get started with question 1. Management has given the project manager the approval to proceed with kicking off the project and building the team. The project manager has identified all key stakeholders and the team members are learning about their responsibilities. However, the actual project work is yet to officially start. So in what stage of team development is a team operating in? Is it choice A, initiating, B, forming, C, norming, or D, planning? This question is specifically asking you what stage of team development is the team operating in. Remember, this is referring to Tuckman's ladder and not the phases of a project. Therefore, you can immediately cross out choices A and D. Remember, don't mistake the stages of the Tuckman ladder for the different phases in a project lifecycle. So initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, controlling, closing. Out of the two answer choices, which one best describes the team becoming introduced to each other as well as being at the early stages of a project? So if you said forming, right, they're forming and starting to get to know each other and really being introduced to one another, then you're correct. The right answer is choice B, forming. Question 2. The project manager is reviewing activities on the critical path and has noticed that several activities are several days behind schedule, which has negatively impacted the project's timeline. What should the project manager do? Is it A, escalate the issue to management? B, record the issue in the issue register? C, communicate the importance of the task to the team? Or D, discuss and collaborate with the team ways to resolve this delay? Take a moment to think about what this question is asking you and use the process of elimination to identify which answer you think is correct. So the first thing you should notice is that this question is asking you, what should the project manager do? Which means you need to find the best solution which solves a question being asked in this scenario. Remember, on your exam, you will face situational-based questions, and you may be left with two possible choices. So my advice to you, and take it from my own personal experience with taking the PMP exam, stick with your gut and pick the answer which is the most logical, best sounding, and most rational, right? So as a project manager, you need to be a servant leader. What does that mean? It means that you're someone who's collaborative, works with the team to brainstorm the best solution to bring the schedule back on track, right? You're an ideal project manager. You never want to immediately escalate the issue to management. The term issue register is something that I completely made up, and therefore that has to be the wrong answer choice. So choice B can be eliminated. You're now left with 3 remaining answer choices. You can also cross out choice A because escalating any type of issue to management is the last resort and should not be the best answer to solve a problem. Choices C and D, however, which one would you say best exemplifies the characteristics of an ideal project manager? While choice C may seem like a good answer choice, you need to find the best answer which solves the question being asked. Does choice C solve the issue being presented in this question? No, right? So choice D is the better answer choice, and this also better reflects the philosophy and the mindset of being very direct and collaborative with your team members. So let's go on to question 3. A team member on your project has been reassigned to support another project as requested by the Director of Engineering. Unfortunately, she was leading several activities on the critical path, which are coming due soon. As the project manager, what should you do first? A. Assign another team member to work on critical path activities. B. Communicate this resource change to the project sponsor. C. Update the schedule baseline due to the anticipated delays. Or D. Communicate this resource change and impact to the team. Alright, so this question is asking you, what should you do first as a project manager? Remember, pick the answer choice, which is the very first thing that you should do. If it's not the very first thing that you would do, immediately cross it out. In this scenario, the first step you should take is to let the team know about the issue and how it will affect your current work. Remember, you do not immediately update your schedule baseline, and you do not immediately assign another person to complete that work. Does choice A make sense? Would you immediately assign another person these tasks? No, right? This would likely be a step later, but not the very first thing that you would do. Does choice B make any sense? It sounds feasible, right? But again, you don't want to communicate immediately to your sponsor. You want to be proactive and you want to figure out the situation, the context of what's actually going on before you execute and make any changes. How about choice C? You never want to update the scope or the schedule baselines as the first thing. Since this likely follows a predictive waterfall approach, the only way that you could update the baseline would be through a change request. Therefore, choice C is also incorrect. So therefore, choice D has to be the best answer. You want to communicate and involve your team. Remember, always act in the best interest of your team as an ideal project manager. And by the way, if you're getting a lot of value out of today's video, and to make sure you don't miss out on any of my future upcoming videos to help you pass your PMP exam and become certified in project management, make sure you subscribe to my channel and smash that like button and share this video with a friend. Let's go on to question 4. You are leading a hybrid project and the customer has requested for another feature to be added into the product, which would improve its usability. In this situation, what should the project manager do first? A. Approve the customer's request. B. Deny the customer's request. Or C. Review the project management plan. Or D. Update the risk register. Pause the video, take the time to review it, and use the process of elimination technique to choose the best answer for this situational-based question. Now, similar to the previous question, this question is asking, what should you do first as a project manager? Meaning, what is the very first thing that you would do if this situation occurred in real life? When a customer asks you to make a change, do you immediately first approve it or do you deny it? The answer is no, since you need to evaluate the context of the situation and understand how would you approach it. Therefore, choices A and B are incorrect. Would you immediately update your risk register in this scenario? No, because the question does not refer to a risk, right? Make sure you understand the difference between a risk and an issue. So choice D is also incorrect. That leaves us with the best answer, which is choice C. Review the project management plan. Remember, find the best answer that's listed in the different choices. There may be a few answer choices which just don't make any sense, and you can use this to your advantage and immediately identify the correct answer. Alright, question 5. Your team has recently completed the 3rd sprint to develop a working software prototype. During the sprint review, the product owner complained that the software increment does not meet the requirements discussed during the sprint planning discussion. What is the best action to prevent this issue from occurring in the future? A. Conduct a sprint retrospective. B. Prioritize the product backlog. C. Request the product owner to clarify the sprint goal. Or D. Align expectations on the definition of done. So this question is asking you, what is the best action to take to prevent this issue from occurring again? Although there may be two answers which may seem like they are correct, always choose the answer which best solves the problem. So let's review each answer choice. Is choice A the best action to take? Would conducting a lessons learned or a sprint retrospective in which we ask our team what went wrong, what went well, would this 100% guarantee and ensure that the increment that our team develops meets the requirements that we define during sprint planning? No, right? So that's also incorrect. What about choice B? Prioritizing the product backlog sounds like it might help the team identify which user stories are the most important to work on for the sprint, but it doesn't actually guarantee that the requirements will be met. So choice B is incorrect as well. For choice C, does clarifying the sprint goal make sure that the requirements will be met? Not necessarily, since this goal is typically very high level and not specific to the granular details of each user story requirement. Therefore, the best answer is D. Before the software is to be developed, the product owner needs to clarify what exactly is the definition of done with the entire team. If this is not clearly communicated, the team may end up building the wrong product. As an exam tip and from my own experience, make sure you understand the key concepts and fundamentals of Agile. You're not going to be asked to recite key terms or definitions, but instead, you do have to apply your knowledge of what they mean. So in this question, you had to know what a sprint retrospective, product backlog, sprint goal, and definition of done, what they all mean. So if you don't already understand the fundamentals of Agile, make sure you sign up for my free 5-day Master Your PMP Exam Bootcamp course over at alvinthepm.com/bootcamp. Question of the day for you, and leave me a comment down below. How did you score on today's quiz? Rewatch today's video to understand how I applied my own problem-solving mindset to solve these questions. And if you can apply yourself, you will pass your PMP exam on your first try. I completely believe in you, and I know that it's well within your reach. All you have to do is just take that next step and believe in yourself. And remember, I'm here to help support you and guide you along the way. And so I hope you gain a lot of value out of today's video. If you want to see more weekly quizzes and tutorials to help you pass your PMP exam the right way, make sure you subscribe to my channel and smash that like button. Until next time, it's Alvin the PM helping you become certified in project management, and I'll see you in next week's video.